Hey there everybody, I'm Sigor Campos and today I'm going to talk about volume versus value stats in pitching. So when you talk about volume and value, you have three stats in each category. In volume, you have wins, you have innings pitched, and you have strikeouts. And in value, you have ERA, WHIP, and batting average against. So yeah, some are more important than others. First of all, wins. I don't care how many games you win, they're an irrelevant stat, and the win-loss record is a stupid thing that punishes pitchers for stuff that they cannot control. Or rewards them, depending on the case. Innings pitched, I kind of care about innings pitched. I mean, they're the only mildly relevant stat in pitching when you talk about value. Why is that? Because when you have a case like Snell and Verlander in the 2018 American League Cy Young race, I have a video on that, you should go check it out. You need a certain amount of innings, and if the innings pitch differential is way too big, that's when I have a problem when you get rewarded by a low ERA. You need to demonstrate that you're good for more innings than what Blake Snell did, for example, in 2018. And then you have strikeouts, which are, of course, overrated. I also have a video on that. You should go check it out. Strikeouts are overrated. And that's because it's a stylistic thing. You know, some pitchers are better pitching to contact, and that's about it. I mean, strikeouts are like makeup. You don't need it. They make the start look pretty. They make your line look pretty. But you really don't need them. And then you have value stats, and these are the biggies. You have ERA, which is the most important stat in baseball. I don't care what anybody says. It's the most important stat in the game. Then you have WHIP, which is basically damage prevention. Or damage prevention. Depends on how you see it, because it's preventing runs from getting on base, and if you prevent them from getting on base, they have a lower chance of scoring. And that's basic baseball. Ta-da! And of course, batting average against. Batting average against and WHIP are pretty similar. It's like WHIP without the walks. Of course, the lower the better. It's very simple, batting average against. So let's take a look at this case. Jacob deGrom and Max Scherzer in 2018, the Cy Young race between these two guys. Because some people thought that Max Scherzer should have won because he won 18 games. He led the National League in wins. He pitched 220 and 2/3 innings. He led the National League. He struck out 300 batters, which he led the National League. So it was an unofficial triple crown for Max Scherzer. However, Jacob deGrom led in more important things. In WHIP, there was a tie. Both had a 0.91 WHIP. In batting average against, Max Scherzer was better than deGrom. However, contact against Max Scherzer was much harder than Jacob deGrom, and that's why Jacob deGrom had a 1.70 ERA at the end of the season, one of the lowest ever, the lowest ERA in like 50 years or something like that. And then Max Scherzer had a 2.53 ERA. By the time the season finished, Max Scherzer would have needed 107 and 2/3 shutout innings to match deGrom's earned run average. And that's why Jacob deGrom beat Max Scherzer in the Cy Young race. I mean, that single fact, that kills everything. I mean, if you think Max Scherzer should have won that Cy Young award, what the hell are you doing? I mean, I refuse to believe somebody is stupid enough to think that Max Scherzer should win the Cy Young award. I refuse to believe it. However, one guy voted for Max Scherzer, robbed Jacob deGrom of a unanimous Cy Young, and that's freaking pathetic. And whoever was that person, I don't remember his name right now, but that guy was a freaking joke. And then he tried to defend it, saying that wins over everything. Yeah, well, there's a reason why they're called volume and value stats, because volume stats, yeah, they kind of look pretty. I mean, winning a lot of games. Of course, a 21-3 record looks better than a 7-5 record. Yeah, it looks better. Innings pitched, yeah, they're kind of important. Strikeouts, yeah, 300 strikeouts look better than 170. However, ERA, WHIP, and batting average against, I mean, ERA is pitching, ladies and gentlemen. ERA is pitching, and that's the most basic thing in the world in order to understand it. I mean, pitching is about run prevention. That's the basic thing for pitching, there's no way around it. The less damage you allow, the better. Yeah, that's pitching. And ERA is runs prevention. There's no way around it. It's how many runs you allow per 9 innings. It's how good you can be for however amount of innings you pitch. And that's why Jacob deGrom beat Max Scherzer in the Cy Young race in 2018. Because ERA is the most important stat. And Max Scherzer had an ERA 83 points higher than Jacob deGrom. 83 points higher. That's almost a full freaking run. And Max Scherzer would have needed 107 and 2/3 innings pitched to catch Jacob deGrom. And when you look at volume versus value, volume stats for Max Scherzer, yeah, if you only look at volume stats and you're a freaking idiot, you have wins, innings pitched, and strikeouts. And yeah, Max Scherzer beat Jacob deGrom in all of them. Do we really care about that? I mean, wins you cannot control them. Innings pitched, depends. And strikeouts are stylistic. However, ERA, it's run prevention. Basically, it's pitching. WHIP, it's how smart you pitch, how smart you can sequence to avoid hits and avoid walks. And of course, it's pitch control. And then you have batting average against, and that's basically the same as WHIP, but without the walks. So there you have it. I mean, that's volume versus value. The easiest case in the world is Max Scherzer versus Jacob deGrom, and why Jacob deGrom won the Cy Young Award in 2018, why he deserved it, why the only guy that voted for Max Scherzer is a freaking donkey, and there you go. That's gonna do it for today. Volume versus value. Hope you like, comment, share the video, subscribe, and of course, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.